How you going, everyone? Back for another one. So this is something that you can do to kind of get an extra few bucks out of the devices, and also you'll get it when we get to the end. But basically, you can extend your profit basically. So I bought these laptops for about $100 each, and I was it's a touch and go on these ones because I'm not getting the money for them. They are older; they're a 6th gen CPU, so you're not going to get the money for them that you would out of a 10th gen or newer, maybe an 8th gen. 8th gen's still starting to get a bit old now, so I was like, well, if I can squeeze some extra like $20 or $30 out of them, basically that kind of brings me down to that $80 mark, and if we can sell them for $140, I'm making $60. Nice, easy. So the way I worked out how to do it is, don't laugh. That's my job. I'll show you what I did. Now you can't do this with all laptops, so you got to make sure whatever laptop you're buying that you can do it, and it could be just a case of fluking it. I fluked it on this one. I never planned it. I was just daydreaming one day and decided that I would have a look and see if it was an option. So on this one, just 2 seconds, I'll get the base off. That was another hard drive restoring. My hard drive restoration business is going very well. Not restoration because they're not repairing them. My resetting business is going well. It's going very well. Got about 10 or 15 done today. There you go. Spudger. Alright, so leave the top off. Without damaging any parts inside, don't go too far in because you don't want to damage anything. Give it a shake and she should pop off. Alright, so here on this model, it runs 2 slots. Now I bought these with 8GB of RAM. So what we do is we pull the RAM out and we put in 2 cheaper versions of RAM. Same RAM, exactly the same, but these are 4GB sticks. No one wants 4GB sticks because most laptops only come with 1 slot, and same goes with desktop PCs as well. A lot of them only come with 1 or 2 slots. So if you get a desktop that can take 4 pieces of RAM, pull out, and it's got one 16GB or one 16GB or one 32GB, pull that out, throw in 4 4s, which will give you 32 again. No, it'd be 4 8s. 4 8s would be 32. 4 4s would be 16. Shouldn't matter. The speed shouldn't make any difference. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong. I have had a look around at some reviews on whether 2 and 4 make any difference. Sorry, 2 and 1. He did a video on 1 stick versus 2 sticks versus. Must be, I'm guessing 4. For some reason I'm thinking 3. He did a gaming test and it actually ran a little bit faster. I don't know whether it's really measurable, but because then you run the dual whatever it is speed. I don't know. I've never got that heavy into the details of speeds and RAMs and all that. So so once you've done that, all should turn back on again. Maybe. Yay! Turn back on. And that'll report the same amount of RAM as what I had before, 8GB. The only difference is you get a $40 stick for free, and you get rid of some old RAM that is useless. I mean, you can sell this, but I think you're going to get around about $20. I don't know. We're going to have a look. We'll chuck a couple of things up there. Okay, so what we have here is a listing for 8GB 12800S, which is what goes into that laptop there. Now we've got, this has worked out perfectly because we've got 2 4GB, which is $20.95, or we've got a single 8GB, which is $46.05, and they're both the same. The only difference is the size of them. So they both end up being 8 gig, and they both end up and they're both the same speed. They're both the same RAM. So what I'm taking from that is that the 4 gig ones are worth $10 each. The 8 gig ones are $46 each. That's the difference. So it's small, but if you do enough, if you're going to get a heap of laptops in, it can actually end up being quite viable to do something like this. And I'm not really thinking about this on the resale thing or part of it. I'm more thinking of the upgradability you can use that RAM for in another system later on. And then, you know, like you could take 2 4 gig sticks out of 2 laptops, make them 8 gig, and then use those 4 to make one 8. You know what I'm saying? All good. I'm going to wrap this up nice and early and fast, and have a great one. See you all tomorrow, and have a good night. See you soon. Bye.